Well, good evening, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson, along with head ball coach Sky Keck. We are not live. We are recording. Recording live. Maybe that's the term. From Nahunta, Georgia, as your Bacon County Red Raiders are playing their 10th and final regular season game. Last of as well. It kind of wraps up the region schedule against the Brantley County Herons. Your Red Raiders are 4-5 is our record thus far. Brantley County is 0-9, and we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. But about 4 minutes before we begin tonight's contest. And Coach, what's your thoughts?
Well, we're up here on the moon is where we're actually at.
Yeah,
looking down at planet Earth.
I've been worse places. I don't mind the view. The temperature now, I might mind it in about an hour and a half. 2 hours.
You know, we get stuck outside tonight, and who knows what the temperature will drop to. At least there's not any wind.
Yeah.
That's always a positive.
Yeah.
And yet we have to stand up the entire time, so that's not fun, but whatever.
Well, you know, I've said it before. I don't complain too much, you know, when we're in a not kind of an awkward situation. We've been in a lot worse situations. We were kind of huddled up in a corner last year in Brooks County, the last game of or a couple years ago, I think 2 years ago, right beside a speaker that was blaring all night long. So, again, we've been in more difficult spots.
Well, instead of that, tonight we're beside much worse, and that's Coach Fulford.
Oh, golly. We'll talk about that as well. We won't have enough time, 3 minutes. I am disappointed we're not able to broadcast live tonight. I found that out yesterday morning, and the only clarification I got was the fact that they broadcast on the NFHS network as well, and that was basically their excuse, which is, again, they have all prerogative to tell us we can't come. But, again, the fact that they are on the NFHS, it just makes sense for them to allow us to broadcast on the NFHS as well. You know, at our home games, we allow for NFHS folks to come in that do what we do on that platform. If it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, if it's whatever, no, you don't get to do that. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about our Red Raider team tonight, who's got an opportunity to close out on a high note, finish 5-5, go into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum, hopefully execute well tonight on offense. Our defense has kind of been the sort of they've definitely been the most consistent all season long. We've had some tough competition that has just put up some points on us. We've just been outmatched a little bit in certain areas, and that's just that, okay? But we coming in here tonight. We talked on the coaches show about, Coach, is this a trap game? You know, we got an 0-9 team that desperately wants to get a win for their seniors. It's senior night tonight. They're going to be pumped up. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at us, I think is what I told Thad. And what say you?
Well, I haven't looked at the power rankings, but I'd assume if Brantley's 0-9, then they've got to be out of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, they're done.
Okay, so
they're done.
You're playing a team this is their last game. You know, anything that they haven't thrown out there this year, anything they haven't tried, what do they have to lose? So they can always come out, open it up tonight, throw whatever they want to at us. And, you know, they always say the most dangerous team or the most dangerous man is one with nothing to lose. So – and you're over here in their territory. They just announced, I couldn't tell you how many seniors in the various activities they announced tonight. I think it took 45 minutes to do it. So, and it's cold. You know, you fight the elements, and so you never know what can happen if you lose your focus or if your head gets off track. So hopefully the Raiders can come out tonight and stay on track and keep chopping, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna throw some figures, and it's – doesn't mean anything until after this game is over. I think they've scored a total of, say, 25, maybe 26 points the whole season. I think they've been shut out 6 times. You know, that bodes well for our defense, seemingly. And, again, we get our quarterback back tonight, our starting quarterback all season long. He set out the second half of the Worth County game because of a head injury. And then he set out last week, just precautionary. So he's good to go tonight, and that is Scotland Hennessy. With Amari Riles, we're so thankful for him, giving him the opportunity to get his first start last week. He played a great game. Not the thrower, more the runner, but he made a couple pretty good passes last week. I was pretty impressed. But what you're going to get out of Amari is he's playing both sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, doesn't come off the field, and he's going to give it everything he's got tonight, even if he's not taking the snaps. Coach, did you see who was going to receive the kickoff we were talking?
I didn't. I was watching these entrances down here.
We're going to have something a little unique again tonight from an away game. We got Lucia. I'll announce all my folks. Lucia Soria is on the second camera. She is actually on the visitor side. She's going to give us another perspective. Going to give us some shots of the band as usual and the home crowd, cheerleaders, and then some shots of the field on that side of the ball. We got Ricky Chi on the main camera. Is going to be rotating out with Ike Gorling. These two guys, I want to thank them for being here tonight. They could have said, hey, Mr. Johnson, we got something going on in the morning. They got a sectional cross-country meet in the morning over at Jeff Davis or Hazelhurst, and they've got to be at the school in the morning at 6 a.m. ready to rock and roll over there to get started about 7:30 with some of their stuff. It's going to be 40 degrees in the morning, but they're here tonight like they've been all season long. And I got Old Faithful, who does a fantastic job producing everything, kind of keeping all these dudes straight. And that's Katie Cawthorn is running the production. And we're going to get this thing started. Looks like the Raiders must have won the toss in white, and they're going to defer to the second half. And here we go, Coach. I do like that gray uniform. I'll say that.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I thought it was a good look. Brantley will receive the kick on 5-yard line, taking it back here out to around the 35. So Brantley will start with somewhat good field position. Certainly not bad by any means.
And our defense will take the field. Some names we've called out quite a bit throughout the season on defense. Theron Moore. Merritt. Moore's 25. Jalen's number 5 linebacker. Number 12, mentioned him. Amari Riles playing at the corner or safety position. We got Dixon at corner, number 8, made a lot of plays.
There's a snap right there, certainly off the rip.
Turn around.
That ball's up in the air. That's an interception for Mike Dixon off the rip as well.
Hold on to it. He's trying to punch it out. Look at that. Referee's got to get a handle on this real quick. I mean, you throwing punches at the football. I mean, I get it. Trying to strip it's one thing, but next thing you know, you get a fist to the chin, and who knows what's going to happen.
Well, as we talked about there pregame real quick, there's Brantley with a double reverse right off the rip, opening up the playbook, throwing it all out there already. Luckily, Bacon County, we come away with an interception, and we'll start off with good field position on our own 40.
We'll take it. Who knows? We may try to do the same thing here. Just open it up, try to get it to Santee or one of our speedsters on the outside.
Scotland's in there to get the snap. He'll fake the handoff, throw it out to Santee. That ball is behind him.
Like I said, Hennessy has been out 6 quarters. Got majority of the snaps this week, understand, and should be ready to go. Just precautionary last week. I'm not sure if he even had the mild concussion. He passed all the protocols every time, even the night of the game, just a little woozy, a little dizzy.
Get the snap. That's handoff to number 5, Jalen Marion, getting a tote here early in the game.
Heck yeah. Is that Jalen's first carry since maybe first of the season, like in the preseason?
Yeah, I think first or second game maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been wanting to see this young man. I expect him to run angry. He kind of plays angry. He plays a great linebacker position. Here comes Cawthorn, number 20. Got a guy that has 100-meter speed. That's what he runs in track. Not a real left or right guy, north and south, but he can get them. He can go. Wow. Should have been offsides there from our point of view. You saw it right there. Great camera shot.
Scotland's going to roll up top side and try to evade a guy. He will. He's going to get one off right at the first down marker, and that's a catch over there.
Tell you what, a great rollout play there. He showed a little bit of wheels there as he outrun the lineman, but made a great throw on the run for the first down. We got number 7, Santee, on an island here. We're going to run it up off that left side. We're going to get about 2. Raiders have shown glimpses of glory on offense. They say this game is a game of inches, where we've had a few missed passes just by just a few inches, a foot or two here or there, that could have made a big difference in some of these games, or maybe at least a couple of those games would have been a little less lopsided.
Scotland will get the snap, hand off to Travis there, go up top side off the right tackle. He'll have enough for the first down on that carry.
Yes, sir. Nice run there by Travis. I expect, their defense is giving up an average of about 36 points per game. Offense only averaging about 4 to 6 points a game. They've struggled. But what I'd like to see is Bacon County play to what I think we're capable of doing and get out of here with a big win.
Jamon Ellis is going to get that handoff. He'll try top side, stretching out wide. I think he'll get about 2 on that carry.
Coach, that's 3 different running backs already in this first drive after the first, I'd say, 6 or 7 snaps. 9.
Yeah, little running back by committee so far.
9 minutes on the clock. Be 2nd down and 9.
Eight minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bacon County's first drive of the night, coming off the Brantley interception. Scotland fakes a handoff, throws out to Amari. Good snag there with his hands, makes a guy miss. He's down the sideline, and Brantley will eventually run him out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 17.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 17-yard gain. Will be another Red Raider first down.
Snap to Scotland, handoff to Jamon. He's out there trying to follow his blockers.
Did a good job there to pick up about 5 yards. Didn't look like much, but he made 2 little cuts that got him through that line of scrimmage to the 2nd level. Now a manageable 2nd and 5. All right, looks like
Brantley takes a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout too. We're going to honor our sponsors, and I'll mention them audibly after we return. Be back in just a moment. All right, Coach, we're back. 8:02 on the clock. Raiders are driving after a first play turnover by the Herons after we kick off.
Scotland will get the snap. He's going to throw one here to Santiago, wide open in the end zone there. So your Raiders will take an early 6-0 lead.
Raiders take the lead early, 6-0. I'm not saying it was easy, but it wasn't complicated. This first drive.
They made it look easy. Especially on that touchdown pass there. Easy little inside move there to Santiago.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see the move. I saw the catch. I got the coaches right here in front of me, but I'm sure he just put his foot in the ground and slanted to the goal line. I want to thank our sponsors all season long have been with us. They're going to be with us all the athletic school year. Every broadcast, you're going to see their name continuing to pop up. Now, we're going to be doing less and less manual broadcasts. Most of our broadcasts will now be over the AI cameras in the gym for basketball. It's just so much easier to video those games, those home games, girls and boys varsity basketball. We will offer some middle school games as well. Then we move into the soccer season with the AI camera at the football field. But you will see the names of Burt CPA, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Vision Care, and Bennett Johnson Insurance all throughout the year. I want to thank those 4 sponsors. They've been with us, been faithful. I gave them a big discount this year on the sponsorships to help them out. I know people is always asking our local business and industries for money for different things, from rec department to varsity level sports. Oh, did we not get it? Had an opportunity to get the onside. I think it surprised him as much as anybody that it just was bounced right up into his chest and unable to recover it. But the Raiders, the Herons are going to start 1st and 10 on the, 30-yard line, Coach?
Yes, it is. That was a well-executed kick there. I think Isaiah probably kicked that right where he was aiming.
That kind of kick really confuses the receiving team, because it's like, is it yours? Is it mine? Is it yours? Is it mine? So it's right in the perfect spot for that. We were just not able to execute it well enough to recover it.
See our defense on the field for the second time here tonight. Quarterback's going to take this handoff himself, and I believe that is number 22 there. Caden Barnes with the tackle.
I tell you what, they got a big quarterback. Tall, thick. It's going to be about a 6-yard loss there on the sack. It's going to be second and about a long 15, maybe 16.
Quarterback gets a snap. He's looking to throw there. Got some pressure in his face. He's going to scramble out. Man, he's got some room down the sideline. He's got a first down, then some for about, that's probably, I think, about 16 yards maybe.
Big guy, but he's athletic. I didn't see that athleticism on the sack a while ago. He can put them up and put them down there. Everybody was covered. That was sort of a coverage run by the quarterback there. That'll be the Herons' first down of the evening with 6:56 on the clock. I'm not sure why I'm sorry. He ran out of bounds. That's why the clock's not running.
Quarterback can take the snap. That'll be a handoff there up the middle, and he's going to be fall forward for, I think, about 5 yards there.
Yeah, I tell you what, he was quick. He was full speed after about 2 steps. We'll have to watch out for him. Of course, he's hobbling a little bit there coming off the field now, but or was that the tailback? I can't see his number. Is that the one hobbling?
I'm not sure, actually.
Number 1. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
There's a snap, toss out here near side. I think our Raiders strung that out pretty well there.
Tell you what, we sealed that in. I believe that was number 12 that actually kind of come around that end and forced that running back inside, and we had a couple dudes there to take care of business. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 after the loss of about a half a yard. A couple big games going on tonight. We'll kind of keep in touch with, letting you know. Well, we're not live, so that won't help. We're going to keep ourselves up to date with some big games in the area. I guess the biggest would be Appleton and Pierce. Now, is that for a region championship?
I can't remember. Little quarterback throws one deep there, and he'll overshoot his guy by about 3 yards. He had him open.
He did. He spun that ball a little bit better than he did the interception. He just overthrew his receiver. Pretty good job of coverage there. A little bit of pressure right there in his face. Again, a good-looking kid, number 12, the quarterback. It's going to bring up 4th down at about the 49-yard line of Brantley. And it looks like the quarterback's going to drop back. We've got to be careful. He's the punter as well. They only have about 6 yards. You got a team with nothing to lose really here. I mean, you could see going for it on 4th down, fake punts, and that kind of stuff a lot.
I'm not sure, but I want to say I heard this week that number 12 is kind of like a do-it-all for Brantley County. I think he might be their leading passer, rusher, and receiver, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I'm talking about. We got the train rolling through here behind us. I kind of like this. I don't know about, I'll get your opinion. I like all these facilities right here together, personally. You got the softball field to the right over here. You got the baseball field in the background.
Got the track here around the football field.
Yeah, it's pretty nice setup here. I like this. Ours is a little bit more spread out. We don't have a certified track. We don't have a track period on campus, but even the one in town is not a certified. We can't host because of the surface. Raiders are going to take over on the 22-yard line.
It's a handoff there to Jalen Marion. He's got about 9 on the play.
You don't want to go down.
Oh,
again.
No, he's got the first down.
I'm not sure. He was still moving kind of forward. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle, but got Jalen in class. He didn't indicate, didn't say, hey, Mr. Johnson, Theron a few weeks ago said, Mr. Johnson, make sure y'all are filming the first couple plays of the game. I'm like, dude, we film them all the time. we're there. We're recording. He said, because you might see something kind of neat. Jalen didn't indicate he was going to get this many carries. He run right up into the back of our guy there. Got a couple on the carry. Maybe one. It's going to be 2nd and long. 4:22 on the clock. 4:22 here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Raiders.
Another 3-receiver set here for the Raiders. Travis Cawthorn will get the handoff, go there off that right side, but there won't be anything going as he'll get to about the line of scrimmage, and that's it. I think we did get him to jump that time. There is a flag.
Yeah, that's going to put us
be 3rd and a lot more manageable there. It'd be 3rd and 3.
3:26 on the clock.
Handoff there. Jalen gets it. But no, he's stood up there short of the first down.
Yeah, we needed somebody to come in there behind him, just a little bit of what they call it a tush push. But it wouldn't surprise me if Raiders don't bring the heavy set in. That's going to put number 77, Johnson, and number 25, Moore, in the backfield. This would be usually a direct snap to Moore. Yep, it's going to be a timeout on the Herons, and I can't blame them to kind of prepare for this. But you had to think that maybe this was going to come. But we're going to take a break too, and we'll come back right after this 30-second or so commercial. We'll be back in just a moment. Have you used any of her shots? Okay. Did you get a replay earlier? Sweet. I don't know why I'm asking. All right, we're back. 2:39 on the clock. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Raiders with a heavy set. Oh, we give it to Johnson.
Yeah, and he's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, he just submarines, nosedives for the first down. Raiders are going to continue this drive. And 77 just goes back to his business on the offensive line.
The thing about that, an offensive lineman just took a handoff on the previous carry.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
Scotland's looking to pass. He's looking down here to Santiago. He's got some space. That ball is caught. That's going to be a touchdown for the Red Raiders. Just misplayed there by the corner. There's a flag late on the play as well.
Well, the White Hat's running down. It must be against the defense, or they'd be bringing everybody back. It's 13-0, or will be. Yeah, we're pretty sure if did they pick the flag? Hold on. I'm not even sure what those hand signals exactly were. All I know is they're going to give us the touchdown. It's going to be 7-0. We're going to attempt the extra point here.
I believe it might have been unsportsmanlike on us. We're actually going for 2 here. Scotland's going to roll down, throw one near the front pylon. That pass is caught, so that 2-point conversion is good.
First time we've attempted that play. I guess this is, what do they call that, a swinging
gate.
Swinging gate. And certain things, there's keys to look for, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what they are, but evidently they showed us one there, and we ran the 2-point conversion. So it's going to be 15-0. Your Raiders lead here early. 2:09 left on the clock. We're going to take another quick break. Honor some more sponsors. Be back in just a moment. No, I didn't. You remember the last time we run all the sound into that thing? That's the only thing I can think of that made it freeze up. Is it kind of overheated or something? I don't know. $15-0 early, or I should say late first quarter. 2:09 on the clock. Somebody said, I'll just watch Brantley lose on their own channel. We all sides there, Coach?
I'm not sure. I was watching the ball in the air. So the Raiders are going to re-kick here. Squib kick there, fielded by Brantley. We're going to have really good starting field position on the Raider 40-yard line. I think they're discussing a penalty maybe on the previous play.
Oh, it's like they got I think it's a problem with the light down here. That bright light. I think that may be from. Is that from the ambulance that came in earlier? But I don't see any colored lights. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, that light is at the very back of the parking lot over there.
Yeah, they may think it's a distraction or a impediment for the quarterback, but looks like play is going to so they got some folks going down to check on that, but we're going to get things started here. 2:01 on the clock, 15-0. Bacon leads early.
Quarterback can get the snap. That'll be a handoff there at the middle. He makes a couple guys miss. He's got enough for the first down and then some.
Yeah, I mean, I told you a while ago when he carried that ball the first time, he had some quick feet, and he showed them right there. He made a couple guys, 2 or 3 guys miss there as he was dancing his way through that line of scrimmage. Advances the ball down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I believe that's number 4.
Okay.
Showing some good moves out there. There's a snap, another handoff up the middle. This time, number 1. He'll fall forward for about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I couldn't catch a number on that tackle. Waiting for maybe a white jersey to get pulled up right there. You see that number?
No.
11. Does that Merritt make that tackle? He was the last one off the ground there. Most likely in on the tackle. I'm not sure if there was another number there. My eyes aren't great, but I can see these on these white jerseys. I have a harder time with the home jerseys.
Brantley inching towards the red zone.
2nd and 7.
There's a snap, another handoff. They'll keep it on the ground, and we stand that one up. That's Mason Johnson there in the backfield early.
Yeah, I showed a lot of penetration right there by 77, kind of pushing the pile before the running back made it to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 7 again. Again, no gain on the play. I'd like to see our defense pitch a shutout tonight. They're very capable.
Spoken like a true Raider fan. 15 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Clock winding down.
I don't know. Something smells pretty good up here. I'm going to say that. They cooking some – it sounds like they're cooking bacon down there. Maybe they're cooking bacon for the hamburgers.
There's a handoff, number 1. He cuts it back left side. I believe he's going to be close to the first down. He'll have a first down.
He will. And
so when we come back to start the second quarter, Brantley County will be at the Bacon, I believe that's the 13-yard line.
In the red zone. And we're going to take another quick break, honor some more sponsors. Thank you for joining us here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. All right, we're back, Raider Nation. Heading into the second quarter, fresh 12 on the clock. The Raiders lead 15-0. Up here with Coach Fulford. Right next to the coaches. I told him he's liable to get an earful. You know, usually when we're at the home games and they're in the coaches' box next to us, I beat on the wall when I'm not happy with something. I just don't know if they hear that or not, but I hit it pretty hard. Now he's sucking up to us.
He must want a BC broadcast T-shirt or something like that. It's a handoff number 4. He's got a hole. He's down around the 5-yard line, maybe down to the 4.
I'll tell you what, he is shifty. I'm really surprised that, again, they hadn't – I don't know about the wins, but I don't know why they haven't scored a few more points. This guy – now they hadn't put it in the end zone here yet, but they're getting close. But just a good-looking little tailback. I don't know why you'd take it out of his hands right here. 2nd and 1.
Yeah, the Brantley run game has been good this drive.
Yeah, they can get a first down before they score.
Handoff, but we're all over that from the start. That's Caden Barnes and Cam Merritt in there quick.
Maybe that's why you wouldn't run him again. In anticipation there, our defensive ends just close quickly. And they lose a couple yards. Boy, this would be a great stand here. If the Raiders could hold them out, you got to think this is probably 4-down territory for the Herons. I don't know.
You know, like we said earlier, they're 0-9. I mean, kicking field goals, I'm not really sure what that would do for you.
No, it wouldn't, unless you just want to give your kicker an opportunity to score 3 points. You're already down 15-0. Watch the quarterback here.
He's going to fake the toss, try to get a pass off, and he does, but that's not going to get to the end zone. That was well covered and well wrapped up there by Mike Dixon.
I tell you what, they gave him a really good spot there. I thought maybe we had him outside of the 5-yard line when the main contact was made, but it's going to be 4th down and 3, 2. 4. They're saying it's more than, oh boy. Wow, he actually gained it like 2 yards on the play. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, it's going to be 4th and 1. Raiders can bow their backs here. Big stop. Got to watch that quarterback. Oh, the direct snap.
A little different formation here. Number 1's going to take it off the right side. He'll slip a tackle and end up in the end zone.
He fumbled. Well, they get a touchdown off the Wildcat. We had him, and then we didn't. You know, again, that little shifty back is going to put it in the end zone for 6 points.
Yeah, it showed some elusiveness there. Good drive by Brantley.
It really was. And, you know, a lot of celebration here on their side of the stand. I'm not here to pick on them. I've felt their frustrations before at Bacon County when it's hard to score, hard to win ball games. You know, this is only like the 5th touchdown of their season. Think about that, folks. So it's pretty big deal. All right, the point after is no good. It's going to be 15-6 as we move forward. So, yeah, nice little drive there by the Herons. We're going to take another break. Let's run another commercial, and we'll be back in just a moment for
All right, we're back here. Brantley's going to kick off. 9 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the first half. Some kicks down here near side. It'll just be fielded by Scooter Johnson as he'll take a knee.
It's a good play there by Scooter. Good field position there for the Raiders. They start on the 34. Don't have to risk it. It's going to be 1st and 10. Red Raiders again on the 34 with 9:26 on the clock. 15-6. Your Raiders are up. Again, we got to be careful here. We saw that the Herons can put a drive together and go down and score. Hopefully that'll be the only points they score of the night. But the Raiders have got to put together something here. If nothing else, drain some time off the clock, but hopefully put some points on the board.
Yep, so far we've had 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. You'd like to see us keep that trend. That pass is going to go up top side, caught by Amari. He'll have about maybe 4 on the play.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen him hit that sideline there, but he hesitated and wanted to cut it back up. But I'm not sure if he'd got anything there either. But just a nice little gain, 3-yard gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. Like to see. I know Scotland's been, hadn't played in the game in a while, but he's been practicing. I'd like to see that ball hit him in the chest, give him maybe another second to plant his feet and go there instead of having to stretch out for it.
Got a flag that I think is going to go against Bacon County here. Pre-snap.
He kind of threw that flag down at the right at the snapper center. That's going to make it 2nd and 12. Clock running, 8:40.
Scotland's looking to pass, throws one to Santiago. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Blow the whistle. That's going to be enough for, like you said, a Red Raider. Well, let's see what's going on here. Nobody's moving real quick. What we got, Coach, that I missed?
I know we had a player, his helmet came off, one of our offensive linemen.
So is that legal hands to the face or something here? Who their helmet come off?
No, our helmet.
Oh.
But we're getting backed up, so we'll see what just happened. That's going to negate about a 15-yard gain for the Red Raiders and set them back.
It's another 5-yard penalty. I'm not sure about these hand signals. It's almost like he was signaling targeting right there when he was pointing at his kind of fist to his own head. It's going to be 2nd and 17 now for the Raiders.
Scotland gets a snap, clean pocket back there, throws one over the middle. Good pass, but that's in and out of the hands of Amari Riles.
Yeah, my goodness. I tell you, Amari has had a couple balls this season that have hit him in the hands, and he's just struggled to bring it in. And listen, I'm not knocking him. When you're running over the middle like that, you hear footsteps and that sort of thing. And I don't even know if that's what it is, but I know that young man, no one is any harder on himself than he is. So
There's a false start on Bacon County there, but Brantley declined that. They'll take the play, bring upon a 3rd and 17.
Boy, howdy, that was close for a big game. Really like how Scotland's seeing the field, though.
He'll get the snap here. It's going to roll out here near side, still moving. Nothing going for him. He just lofts that one out of bounds on the sideline.
Yeah, really nothing there. The receivers they should have come back a little quicker. They were a little too far down the field. When you're rolling out like that, you just can't throw it nowhere near as far down the field as you normally would be able to. Smart play there by Hennessy. Get rid of the ball. We're going to punt it to the Herons and see if we can't hold them again. 8:01 on the clock here.
So he gets the punt off. More of a low line drive there as Brantley's going to take over and set up here on the Bacon County side of the field inside the 50-yard line at about the Bacon. We'll see where they spot it. I think it's going to be about the Bacon 42.
.7:48 on the clock.
Yep, and Brent has officially broken out the hot hands.
This is not for me. This is for my production person.
It's all right. That's what I'd say, too.
Katie. I see her. She's got her hands between her as her legs are crossed there, trying to keep her hands warm. I'm going to get this thing heated up here and hand it to her. I love cold weather. I have to be pretty cold to bundle up.
It's a handoff there, and he's got some room. He's going to be out near first down. That Brantley run game's finding some traction here these last couple of drives.
Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to manage that.
That will be a first down for Brantley.
What we don't want to give them is any kind of hope, any kind of momentum here.
Yeah, you don't want to let them linger around and stay in the game.
A couple penalties a while ago. Drop pass.
Another handoff there. He's got about, that's 11 yards. He's definitely got a first down again on that run as they found something up front that they like. I think that's Ricky's fault. That's who I'm blaming.
Ricky. I do like his jacket, I ain't gonna lie. I want to thank all my crew after this play.
Another handoff there, but not much going on that one. It'll only be a gain of, I think, about 3. We were able to grab an ankle down there and hold up the running back.
It's been a great year. Been one of the best production years we've had, and maybe the best overall because of what we've been able to bring to you from a cinematic standpoint, the video shots and replays and things of that nature. I've never had a 4-person crew. Had 2, 3 tops, mainly. 1 camera deal, pretty much at home and away. We'll get this play in.
I think that's a false start on Brantley there.
Now, I'm maybe spoiled. I've got to do some recruiting. I've got 2 seniors on the squad this year. Ike Gordon come on with us this year. I tried to talk him into doing some things the last couple years, but I'm thankful I had him his senior year. He's going to do a lot with my Technology Student Association as well. So I'm glad he's been. And Katie, she's going to be graduating, moving on to bigger things. Excited about her future, along with all these folks. Got a bright future for her. Pretty smart kid.
Another handoff there, and again, he's got a hole. That's number 4. He shows some of that quickness. That's a Brantley touchdown, and they just gashed us there right up the middle, it seemed like, off that right side.
You know, at some point you got to make a defensive adjustment. I mean, I'm not, you know, especially up the middle, something's going on there. You know, we've had a few missed tackles, but there was that right there. There was nobody.
Yeah, so this game's kind of did a 180 here.
Yeah, Bacon County pretty much controlled the first quarter, and now we see the Herons controlling at least the majority of this second quarter.
That point after attempt is no good, though, so Bacon County remains in the lead here, 15-12 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A couple more things. I will stay here. Lucia Soria, she's across the field. You see her camera right there. We got the band action here. You know, we've been fortunate enough to have some equipment purchased in the last few years. This is a wireless camera system, gives us up to 1,000 feet, supposedly. We haven't tested it that far, but we're at least 200 feet, 250 feet away with her being on the opposite side of the field. Lucia is just a junior. And then we got Ricky Chi. He's on. Him and Ike rotate out on the main camera. I would say the 50-yard line camera. They are on the ones. Ricky's on the production computer now, kind of keeping up with the not only the score but the down. I don't know if I'm not sure. Is he doing the down and distance? I know he's trying to run the clock and some other things there. That's a difficult task to stay focused on. But Ricky's just a junior. So Lucia and Ricky hopefully will be back next year. But these kids have got so much other stuff going on. They're members of Beta Club. Some of them's in theater. We got the TSA is Katie and Ike, as well as Lucia. These two boys are going to be running cross country in the morning, 8 a.m., 40 degrees.
Good high kick down to around the 5 there from Brantley. We muff it at first.
That could be good. Sometimes that's good for the return team. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, we're going to get it back to about 17-yard line. Again, continuing to give Brantley or allow Brantley to kind of keep the momentum there. We just got to relax and execute. That's the key.
Spoken like a true coach.
5:07 remaining here in the second quarter from Nahunta, Georgia. We were talking coming over here. We're about 60 feet above sea level.
Well, where we're at right now, we're about 120 feet above sea level.
Well, yeah, we can add another 50 feet to that. So we're about 111 feet above sea level where we're standing.
There's a handoff there to Travis. He'll have about, let's see, where they'll mark it at. That's kind of one of them spots on the field where it's a hard angle for us to see.
About 5, it looks like. But that's a quality gain there on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 5. I'm telling you, Travis, if he gets to that second level and is not tackled, they're not going to catch him. He has that kind of speed. He's had a couple long runs this year, but they've been brought back by penalty.
Scotland get the snap. Let's hand off to Travis there. Try the left side. I believe he might have got tripped up. That could be the flag. I'm not sure. Now there's multiple flags coming in late.
I think there's going to be an unsportsman for sure, the second flag on Brantley. I'm not sure about the first one. I don't know if we got a block below the knees on the other or something there. Or a hold. We're about to find out. But I know the flag coming in last in the backfield, I believe, is an unsportsmanlike. A little extra there after the play. Let's see if the white hat can sort it out. Chop block. Yep, that's what I was thinking. And I think both of them is going to be against Brantley. And they're both going to be counted against Brantley because the other one was a dead ball. So we're going to get a 15-yard chop block and maybe another 15 yards for the unsportsmanlike. We'll see. This could be 30 yards. All right, that's the first 15. And we're going to go again. Yep. Should get it on about the 45. I was correct. Once in a while, I'll get it right, Coach. 30 yards there on Brantley from a chop block, which is not a personal foul, but it's a 15 big-time penalty trying to protect these players. And then we see basically what that is you run into somebody, you hit somebody low while they're engaged by another player. Raiders are in business now as they're in Heron territory. First down at the 45. 4:29 on the clock. Raiders will receive the opening kickoff of the second half, so if they can score last here, well, heck, enough time to score again, but got to finish this drive first. Last score we had on the Appleton-Pierce game, it was 10-7. But you already know that by now. After the 10-hour delay.
As you view this broadcast tomorrow or sometime this weekend, you will already know the final score.
As this is a recording.
Travis motions out here down near side. Scotland gets a snap. Pumps that way. He's got a good pocket back there. Lost one down that far side. What a catch.
Are you kidding me? We got the guy in the center of the field giving him the catch. What an amazing catch.
That's Santiago with another big play.
Maybe the catch of the year by Santiago. He's had a couple doozies, but that might be it. We're going to get a replay right here as we zoom in. Good shot there.
Got our Krispy Kreme package on the field here. Theron's going to take the direct snap. Man, I don't think he got in.
I don't either. I think the guy hit him low, and he went down sideways. He's on about the 1 foot line. But, hey, line it up, and let's go again.
Run it 4 times in a row if you have to.
Man, what a catch. What a catch that was. A lot of good concentration there. Great. Hey, what about the throw? I mean, that was only where our guy could get it over his left shoulder.
Getting the signal here from the sideline. We're under 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Theron again will take the snap. This time I think he'll fall over the goal line there for a Raider touchdown.
It's going to be 21 as we got the 2-point conversion earlier. 21-12. I tell you what, that's a very good answer there by the Raiders. Now, we were granted 30 yards on penalties there, but, hey, it's part of the game. You take it. All right, I think the Raiders are going to line it up here for the extra point. Isaiah is going to attempt it.
Kick is up and no good. We missed it out to the right.
Yeah, that ball didn't have a lot of mojo on it.
Yeah, that's not your typical kick there from Isaiah.
That may be his first miss all season. But nonetheless, you wouldn't know it by the scoreboard. It's 21-12. Your Raiders lead. We're going to take a quick break here with 3:15 left in the second quarter. Be back in just a moment.
back here. Is there going to be a flag on the kickoff?
I believe this is our closest road trip.
Well, there's Jeff Davis was a home game this year.
So, yeah, I think this was our closest road trip this year. If you did not know, prior to this recording, we'll be off next week. Everybody's off next week. I can't remember why they extended the season by 1 week. But as far as I know, Thad said that they're going to they'll come out with where we're going on Sunday. Everything will be calculated Saturday night, tomorrow night at 11:59 something. And there's supposed to be the phone call or the meeting or the posting of who's going where. Then that is up in the air depending on obviously what we do tonight as we try to take care of business. And then there's a couple other teams in the high teens and the low 20s that are playing games that'll help determine where we may end up. We're almost 100% sure we'll be traveling. As to where, we'll know hopefully by Sunday.
There's the kick by Isaiah. Brantley will field it around their own 30, and he's got some space there again. Brantley will start on the Bacon County side of the 50.
Was that number 4 again? That's what it kind of looked like. Kicklighter, I believe, is his last name. Yeah, it was.
Brantley's kind of just lingering around. They refuse to go away. And, again, I mean, it's still early in the game. It's the second quarter, but they've shown some will here, a little bit of heart.
Well, we
come out and score 15 unanswered, and then they come out and score 12 unanswered. So we score again. So we'll see if they can keep up the rotation there.
Well, we knew that we were coming over here. We talked about it. It's a team that's desperate to get a win. It's senior night. They got a really good crowd. They got a great band over here, band program. And so, again, it's a lot of pride they're playing for tonight, and to see if they can't, get that one victory.
They'll try the run game again, but we'll be able to drag him down that time from behind after about a yard.
I'll take that back. Number 1 is the kicklighter kid. Number 4, we got to catch his name.
2 minutes and 35 seconds go here in the first half.
I think you got to man up on these receivers and let's tackle this running back.
Yeah, and that play right there goes nowhere. I believe that was Whitman Tire quick off the edge there to slow him down, and then you had a host of Raiders finish up.
Let's see. 11, yep, Merritt.
So now Brantley will have a 3rd and long on their hands as we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Wow, look at this, Coach. I'll let you describe that.
Well, first, we'll see what happens. Have a flag here as the signal is it's against Bacon County.
What, we're offsides? I mean,
Offsides against Raiders.
Yep, that is indeed the call, offsides. We'll make it 3rd and slightly more manageable. Brantley will come out in that same formation here. Got 3 offensive linemen down left. They'll roll up to the right, swing a pass up there, and that's going to be enough for a Brantley first down.
Yeah, unfortunately we tackled him forward, instead of backwards. And you had to know that he was going to get the ball in that situation. You got to have that situation. You got to kind of have to have you don't really hear this. Have a spy for the running back. Usually you spy the quarterback, but nonetheless, 1st and 10, under a minute to go here in this second quarter, this first half. You got to think they're going to try to pass, and they are.
Quarterback rolls on near side, reverses back upfield, far side, throws a pass there over the middle field. We miss a tackle. That's going to be a big gain, as that's going to be about 20, 25 yards as Brantley gets down to about we'll see where they finally mark it again. It's a tough spot for us to see up here. I think it's just outside the 10-yard line.
We got a timeout on the field, Coach?
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a timeout as well. Be back in just a moment. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 with 37 seconds remaining. The Herons are trying to punch it in here before halftime as your Red Raiders will receive the opening kickoff. Boy, we need a big stop here, Coach.
Yeah, we do. Brantley's got some momentum on offense for sure these last few drives. Quarterback gets a snap. He's looking to throw there. Got a good pocket. Now he's going to get flushed out, break a couple tackles, and finally get wrapped up by, let's see who that was that brought him down.
Is that 25?
Yep. 25 on the play.
Most importantly, there was about 10 seconds run off that clock, and was that the Herons? So who called timeout? Who called timeout a while ago?
They might be calling this an injury timeout.
Well, that's unfortunate. Who called the timeout a minute ago? I'm not sure if the Herons have any more timeout. It's showing one on the board up there. 28.6 on the clock. Going to be on the offense, I believe. It's going to back them up 5. No, offsides on the Raiders. Wow. I do have a halftime score. Appleton County leads Pierce County 17-7. It's a little surprising. Appleton's come a long way since the first game we played them in preseason.
Yeah, I think they've just gotten better as the seasons went along.
Well, they've had to adjust to a completely different style of offense, from the spread to the.
That pass is incomplete there as quarterback threw one near the left pylon, kind of back shoulder, and the receiver couldn't bring it in. Yeah, 3rd and 10 here for Brantley from the 13-yard line. The Bacon 13. 22 seconds remaining in the half. Quarterback's going to get the snap, look to pass. He's standing in the pocket. He's going to get flushed out to his left. Fire one out the back of the end zone.
They're going to live to fight another day, though. They're going to get one more down. Looks like they might be bringing in a field goal crew here. Going to attempt about a 30-yard field goal once the tee is placed. Just shy of 30. 14.6.
Kick is up and good there, so Brantley will tack on 3 points.
21 to 15.
Yeah, three straight scoring drives for the Herons there as they'll go into a half.
Well, they still got a kick to us, and anything can happen there, but I don't know if we'll run a play. If we'll kneel on it and go in, who knows, especially the fact that we are going to get the ball back. Again, the opening kickoff. We'll stay right here until we get it lined up and ready to go. I said earlier, we're trying to close this thing out, give us a 5-5 season. In the first season of the Thad Williams era, we got one of the youngest staffs in the state, and that's a double edge. You don't have quite the experience some people might like, but you definitely got some enthusiasm, some spirit there, and some relatability to some of these players. If it wasn't for Coach Brown, I've said our age average would go down significantly. But he is the elder. He brings a lot of experience and knowledge to the Raider staff. And here's the kickoff.
Santiago will field that for the Raiders. As he's got a hole, he's going to have the far sideline, but he'll get run out of bounds with no time on the clock around midfield. As that was extremely close there for Santiago, nearly making a house call.
Yeah, I'll take that to close this thing out. Is that we see double zeros on the clock. 21 to 15, your Raiders are going to lead. Just some final thoughts here before we take a break.
Well, Brantley obviously figured something out there those last 3 drives, mainly with the run game. So I'm sure our defense will want to get that figured out at halftime, coming out in the second half. And our offense has been pretty steady. I'd say they've seems like they found some consistency so far tonight. I know Santiago's had a big first half, and so we'll just see what we come out here with in the second half. Is we'll come out with a 6-point lead and see if we can maintain that or add on to it.
All right, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to take a quick break through halftime as we've got about 20 minutes here. We'll be back in about 15 to kind of get this thing started for the second half and see what we can finish this thing off and get to where we want to be as we create some momentum over the next tonight and the next couple weeks. Get ready for that first round of the state playoffs. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes. All right, Raider Nation, we are back. Hopefully you are. Again, this is a recording. I keep thinking this is going to be a live broadcast here, and it's not. And I apologize for that. Nothing I can do. It is Brantley County High School's prerogative to not let us. There's schools that we don't let broadcast live at our facilities, but it's simply because they're not on the NFHS network. And we're not going to let schools come in and just broadcast to the world open on YouTube or Facebook or any other platform, free platform. This is a subscription base for our fans to enjoy. Brantley County is on that NFHS network as well. So I'm just get a little discouraged we wasn't able to, but it's only happened a handful of times in my career of doing this for about 16, 17 years. So I'm not complaining. I'm just a little disappointed for our fans that watch regularly. Most of you probably did tune in to the Brantley County broadcast, which is perfectly fine. But this will be uploaded. Obviously, you're watching it on our those YouTube channels after, again, the live broadcast. All right, here's the kick. Oh, and again, we kind of muff it a little bit there. See if we can get around the edge, and he keeps his feet, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds at about the 23-yard line, I believe.
Well, I'm just going to point out the obvious here. It's cold.
Yeah, and it didn't get colder for me. I just realized it was cold. While we're calling the ball game and talking, not thinking about it, it's not as bad. But the 20 minutes or so we were up here at halftime, I had to put my jacket on. So yeah, it's 50 degrees. I looked at the hourly forecast this afternoon, and it was going to be about 43 by the time we left tonight. I'm just so thankful there's no wind as of yet, but there's no wind. That makes a big difference. There's the snap.
There's a handoff to Travis here. He's got some room, breaks the tackle. He'll have enough for the first down.
I like between the tackles there for Travis. He's a strong kid, big kid, north and south kind of guy. And got tackled awkwardly there. I know he kind of grabbed him high. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe it's just an equipment issue, but maybe he can get back out there. It's like number 5 is back in the game here. He takes the handoff.
Yeah, he'll get about 5. He's still up.
They're going to blow the whistle after a gain of about 6. That's a great carry there by Marion. Been waiting on that young man to get some totes. Number 1 running back not available. And a couple guys have stepped up, including Cawthorn, number 20, and now we see the freshman number 1 come in the ball game. Coach mentioned on the show, it's just a matter of these younger guys getting a little more confidence carrying the ball, and there he goes.
Yeah, that's Jamon with a carry. He'll be out near the first down marker, but short by about, I think, 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 here.
Nice run. That's not a very big kid, but he is athletic. You can tell. Nice long strides. You got to think that if he gets to that second level, he's going to be hard to run down from behind as well. I think Marion's going to come back in, maybe try to pick this.
That clock just keeps on ticking down, which is great.
Yeah, that's the 12th man for us. Anytime you got a lead, the clock's the 12th man.
Scotland gets the snap here, handoff to Jalen again. I think he takes a big hit. I think he'll be short by a yard of the first down marker.
I think it's going to – I like to see a little bit more straightforward there. He come down the line of scrimmage about 3 or 4 yards before he decided to cut it up. We're going to bring in the heavy package. Darren Moore and Johnson.
Darren gets the snap. That's a hand out to Mason. They're trying to ride him down. They hit him early in the backfield, but he carries them forward there for a first down.
That's not – I think he's going to get the first down, but it's not a very good spot. I think he got about a half a yard, 4 yard past the line, but nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 with 9:40 on the clock, and that clock's going to run as soon as they reset these chains. We talked about it during halftime, but and I was talking to Coach Fulford here. He's on the offensive headset here with us, and just saying, you know, there's a snap. Yeah, went to the well one too many times there. Maybe they'll play action on the next play call here. But we were just talking about the Raiders. You know, we got to take care of business here. We need to come out this first drive, go down and score. Let's get a stop, and then another score, and maybe that'll fold the tent on this Heron uprising here, as we'll call it, there in the second quarter.
Scotland fakes the handoff, hits Santiago there on a little post, and he's going to show off that speed there as he's heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
On the slant, what a great throw and catch. And that there was a 53-yard pass and catch there, showing the wheels.
Again, just a little slant there.
8:48, big touchdown. Raiders needed theirs, 27-15.
Isaiah will line up for the point after attempt. I don't believe that was a good snap there as Scotland just rolls out and tries to make something out of it.
27-15 is what it's going to be. The 6 points is big with 8:48 on the clock. Raiders taking nearly 4 minutes, a little over 3 minutes off the clock. We're going to take a quick break here as they transition to a kickoff. We'll be back here in just a moment. Go and jump and fist bump, chest bump your teammate, that's one thing. Stand in the corner over there dancing by yourself? All right, here we go. All right, we checked one of the boxes, Coach. We took the opening kickoff down for a touchdown. Failed extra point. However, we still lead, 12 points. And now the next check we need to – the next box we need to check would be what?
Well, first off, Brantley on those scoring drives have been starting on our side of the field there. And on this kickoff, Brantley's going to start on their own 37. So that's a step in the right direction there in terms of field position. But the next box is to get off the field here on defense and shore up that run defense so Brantley's not gashing us because they found something they liked there in the second quarter.
So what you're saying is the next box to check is the 3 and out, right?
Well, what I'm saying is we need more plays like that right there that Whitman Tyre just made where he tackled the running back for a 4-yard loss in the backfield.
Yeah. Whitman just whipped his man as if he was a ghost. No pun intended.
Wow.
It is Halloween, right?
Here we go. This guy.
Hey, it's going to be a big second down and 13, 3-yard loss there for the Herons.
Quarterback gets the snap, fakes the toss there to the running back. He's looking downfield, not much there. I believe that. Nope, that pass will be incomplete. Quarterback tried getting rid of it to a receiver in front of him for about 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't think he caught it in bounds is what he's saying there. It wouldn't have been but about a 1 or 2 yard gain. I don't know if if that was a player on the sideline that's down or a player that was one of the 11. I think that's all right. I'm not sure if they're going to have a timeout. Yeah, that's definitely one of the 11. That's Amari. He's kind of stretching things out there, raising his maybe some type of upper body there as he's stretching his right arm, shoulder out. Tough kid. He will have to come out at least one play. Good to see him moving around there in his own power. .751 on the clock. It's going to be 3rd and 13, I believe. Is that correct? They haven't changed it on the board yet.
Yes, that is correct.
It was an incomplete pass, 3rd and 13. Another big down here for the Red Raiders and to take that step to check that second box I was talking about, a 3 and out, or at least a stop here. Got them where we want them. Again, it's 3rd down, 13.
Quarterback gets a snap. He's looking. He's got a good pocket back there. Throws one here down the near sideline, but that pass is well defended.
It really was. It was probably thrown out of bounds anyway, but the angle that was at 26?
Yep, that's Zai.
The angle he took was perfect. Pinning the receiver right up next to the out of bounds line there. Again, just a good play there. Holding his arms up, not making any contact there. Making it 4th and long for the Herons. They're going to get they're going to punt here, and again we're going to check that box. 3 and out for the Raiders.
That is a low punt.
Look at this. Oh, boy, man. I tell you what, they were fortunate. And look at who's there, 12. Never leaves the field unless he gets hurt and has to sit out a play. Making an awkward punt there and kind of, fields it in that safety position there. But that could have been devastating for the Herons. I tell you, another half second, and he's on his way to the house. Raiders take over, 1st down on the Herons side of the ball. Good field position here for the Raiders.
Scotland gets a snap. That's going to be a handout to Travis here.
There he goes.
A couple tackles, looking for a block there. Cuts back inside. He's down to the Brantley 30.
Good carry there by 20. I tell you what, he was pitter-pattering there, looking for good vision there, looking for holes. Wasn't looking for the sideline to get out of bounds. He was trying to cut it back up and get a few extra yards. We got what we got?
There was a Brantley player down after the play.
Did he get up real quick? That's awkward. .730. Clock running. 27-15. Raiders on the move. Nice carry there by Cawthorn.
Scotland will get the snap, hand off to Travis again here as he brings it here out the left side.
It's a good seal on that end there by the receiver and the tackle, the left tackle.
About a gain of 8 on that run for Travis.
Marion coming in.
Jamon's going to get this handoff, and he's going to take it out wide up that far side. He'll have enough for the first, but there are flags on the play.
Yeah, this ball's going to come back, and that's a spot foul, I believe. So it's probably going to end up being something like second and 14. If I had to guess, it was thrown in the backfield. Second and 12, maybe. I will give them some credit over here. They play some pretty decent music.
Yeah, I knew you would like this playlist.
Now we got some discussion with the white hat and the head coach for Brantley. Yeah, it was close. Second and 12 after the penalty. Might see a little play action here, pass. Got a safety on top of Santee this time.
The receiver comes in motion there. I haven't seen a number yet. I believe it's number 2. He got the little toss from Scotland there, but there was not much going.
No, he may have got back to not the original, but the line of scrimmage. It's going to remain 3rd and 12. Didn't lose anything. 6:18 on the clock. Did go out of bounds, stop the clock.
Scotland gets the snap, looking to throw here. Had some time, but he's going to get, I thought he was going to get wrapped up for a sack, but he got the ball away right before the defender brought him down to the ground.
I guess they're saying it's going to be, he was outside the pocket.
I don't think the ball got back to the line of scrimmage there, though, to avoid the intentional grounding.
I don't know. That was awful close. Getting back to the original line of, not the original, but the line of scrimmage. What it's going to be, though, is a loss of down and the penalty. So you're talking, that's definitely the spot. So it's going to be 4th and about 17, I believe. So are the Raiders going to go for it here, or do you think we punt them deep?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
There they come.
Oh, yep.
I think that's
the punt team.
That's the smart call here. I really wish we would have been able to go down and put some points on the board here, but I think trying to pin them back deep, 6:08 on the clock, is probably pretty smart here, especially with the 12-point lead. Oh, boy. Yes. That's got to be. Raiders are going to maintain possession here, I believe. That should be, unless they call it a running into the kicker versus roughing. There's a difference. That's not awful. I can hear the crowd. We're on the home side. Yeah, they're going to give him the roughing. That's going to be a first down, I believe, for the Raiders. And that's a big play for this Herons. That Herons defense. But if it's looks like it's just 5. Okay, never mind. 5-yard variety. Is that what they call it? It's going to be 4th and 12. Trying to get it sorted out. We're bringing the offense back in. Nope. Never.
That is indeed still the punt team.
Yep. It's not a very good bounce for the Red Raiders. They're going to take over on the 17-yard line. However, that's probably Brantley County's worst starting position of the night.
Yeah, and with them, how they've been wanting to run the ball, you have to assume they'll take a decent amount of time off the clock with any sort of drive they put together, or you'd like to see that Raider defense here stuff them real quick and get back off the field.
Hopefully so. But you still have the danger of that number 4. He's quick as lightning out there, and could be just a couple plays in there in the end zone. We just got to be real careful. Got to tackle well here, and see what we can do. We didn't check the third box. Third box was to get that second possession and score a touchdown.
Quarterback could take the snap, handoff here off that left side. Cam Merritt dragging him down from behind.
It's going to be second and about 8. 5:30 on the clock, counting down. Tell you what, they're taking a lot of time off the clock.
It's another handoff that's going to go nowhere there. I believe that's number 5, Jalen Marion, making that stop around the line of scrimmage.
I've said it all season. I've enjoyed watching this young man play on defense, and I kept waiting to see him run the ball. Finally, he gets a few touches tonight. But he's not a real big kid. But he's one of those guys that plays about 25 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than he is with that aggression.
Quarterback's going to roll here, near side, stop. He's waiting for somebody, but nobody's coming over. He'll fire one over the middle, and there's number 4.
Yeah, we got to put some arms around him. I think that's going to be it's definitely going to be a first down.
Yeah, that's
about a 17-yard
receiver. He just got lost in space out there. Nobody stuck with him. We're under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Quarterback will take the snap, roll down near side again, throw one in traffic there as that's off Santiago's hands. He almost came down with an interception.
Yeah, that would have been nice there. A couple touchdown touchdown receptions tonight for him. Interception would just, go nicely on the stat sheet. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Stops the clock at 3:34 left in the third quarter.
We're going to have some type of flag here pre-snap. It's going to be offsides on the defense.
Applin leads 24-7 with a few minutes left in the third.
They might have started off slow, but with Tucker Pruitt at the helm, you had to think it was kind of inevitable that they'd figure it out.
It's a matter of time. We know that Applin's talented. They got players over there. Maybe Pierce has been a little overrated. They've been real successful these last 5 or 6 years.
And a big hit there by Cam Merritt. And
Theron?
I can't see the other number in there. I believe that's Whitman Tire.
Oh, yeah. Big hit. I heard it through my
you
headphones.
heard those pads thudding up right there.
3rd and 7. Could be a big stop for the Red Raiders here with 3:02 and counting.
Quarterback's going to get the snap, roll down here near side, looking for a guy. He fires it incomplete.
It's going to be 4th and 7. Man, what a defensive stand here. 2 in a row put together by the defense, some adjustments made. You can tell Brantley is not real comfortable throwing the ball, and they kind of, they're only down 12, and there was plenty of time left. You thought, well, they did run the ball a couple times. We stuffed it. But yeah, here comes another punt. We think it is. Be alert for the fake. And there it is.
Yep. The punter's going to try to run for the first down.
Yeah,
he's going to have it plus some.
I'll tell you what, I'm just a mind reader.
And there's a late flag on the play. Looks like maybe a scuffle over on that far sideline.
Yeah, that is exactly what we was trying to come over here and avoid. Yeah, a team like this, again, they have nothing to lose. Almost an obvious fake punt situation there. They're going to sort it out on that other side, but we couldn't see or tell what was going on. Probably a little bit of late pushing and shoving, jawing. 2:36 on the clock.
And they're going to back Brantley up.
Home crowd won't be happy. It was last year. I hate to bring up old stuff, but it was tough over in Alma last year. That was one of the games we didn't finish. Is that correct, Coach?
Yes.
The game was cut short. Was that the one we did or didn't get the victory?
I believe we did. We were up at the time, weren't we?
It was them or Berrien that we were up and got the victory, and one maybe we got the loss. I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Maybe not. But either way, it was a mess. It was a mess, and I blame the refs early in the game for not keeping it under control, and then probably a little bit on the coaching staffs not maybe taking care of business on each of their units.
Yeah, good run there for Brantley. About a gain of 8 on that play. Again, their run game's been solid tonight.
.205. That's the important thing is that clock continues to run.
Back to get the snap, hand off again here. Cut it back right into the heart of our defensive line. Theron will just drive him down into the ground.
Boy, that was a big tackle. Are you kidding me? I'm one. I admit I don't like celebrations after touchdowns, but that's a cheap call right there. I mean, the kid makes a really, really good play, and it wasn't directed at the player. He was just. He was just celebrating a good play there, made a good play, and I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna have to eat crow here. I thought it was on Theron, but it was on the. Oh, hold on. This is gonna be after the play. There it is. There's the personal foul. Okay. Again, I don't agree with that. I maybe a makeup call on the other side. I don't know, but this is what I didn't want to happen. It's starting to chip up a little bit here, Coach. And we may need to call a timeout to bring our boys over to the sideline and say we got a little bit more to play for here. Okay, we got a little bit more left.
Yeah, you don't need anything stupid to happen when you're 2 weeks away from a playoff game. It's a handoff there, number 1 up the middle. About a gain of 1 on the play, maybe.
You just got to go about your business, block your guy. When the whistle blows, you let go, and you get up. You don't say anything. You point, maybe just point at the scoreboard if somebody says something, and you keep on rocking.
We've got 1 minute and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Brantley down by 2 possessions here. The quarterback's going to look to throw here. Got a solid pocket. He's just standing back there. He's going to take off. Actually sling one into the ground there as his receiver had some space. He just didn't quite get a good throw off.
Coach, we're missing one of our starting defensive linemen tonight. Had an injury, unfortunate injury at PE, I think, this week. I don't understand all that, but anyway. But, yeah, it's Nolan Powell's not with us tonight. I'm not sure what his status is going to be the rest of the season, but well, obviously the season's over, but the playoffs concerned. But we are missing him on the field tonight.
Quarterback's looking to pass, slings one over the middle. That's a catch. Tackled by Santiago, and that's a Brantley County first down.
Really good throw, and probably the best throw and catch of the night for Brantley. Hands catch. He catches it out away from his body, brings it in, but immediately great tackle there by Santiago. But that's going to be a first down for the Herons with 25, 26. They're content, I think, with letting this clock run out. They might get one more play off before the buzzer. Well, they're going to have to because I believe the play clock is just under it, about a second. So they're going to get one more play here.
Yep, they'll have to run this first down play. It's a handoff there up the middle. We meet him around the line of scrimmage, but he'll end up with about 2 yards on the carry, and that'll take us to the fourth quarter. Bacon County up 27-15 over Brantley County.
We're going to take a break as well. Be back in about a minute. We're live from Nahunta, Georgia at Brantley County High School, your Bacon County Red Raiders. Okay, we're back. The Herons have a 2nd and 8. We got to try to find a way to get a stop here. Got to put them away. Keep giving them hope here. I know we still got a 12-point lead, but
hopefully we see a lot of run plays. That'll get that clock moving and get us to the car a lot quicker.
I think Coach is cold over there. This is just prepping us for baseball in January.
Yeah, that's right. That's a handoff there. We'll Wrap him up right past the line of scrimmage. I believe that's Whitman Tire on the stop. Called his name a few times tonight.
He might be the nicest defensive lineman you will ever meet. I mean, he's a great kid. I mean, he's just, smiling and wanting to shake your hand and ask you how you're doing every day you see him. When I do run into him at school, but I'm serious. He might be the nicest defensive lineman you'll ever meet.
Quarterback could get the snap, looking to throw here. Throws one over the middle. That was actually a pretty good pass there. Through some traffic and off the receiver's hands.
Yeah, another very similar to the throw and catch when they was going the opposite way there. That last first down they got, unable to reel it in there. It's going to bring up 4th and 8, and Brantley's in a situation now when they're across the 50. They're probably going to go for it down 2 scores. And it was 4th and 7 when they lined up to punt it last time and went for it and got it. We'll keep it in the quarterback's hands here.
There's a flag on the play. Might be delay a game. Play clock ran out.
Wow, that's
not what you wanted if you're the Brantley offense.
No, that is not. That puts you in a situation now and where you may have to punt. Yep, I think that's what's going to happen here. That's tough for them. Good for us. But I'm telling you, it may not happen, but I would watch for the fake. Everybody needs to stay home here. Less likely with a few more yards to go.
There's another delay of game for Brantley.
Wow. That's the coach's fault on that one.
Brantley will punt that one away. That's actually a good punt there. It's going to roll down inside the 10-yard line.
There's no reason for our guys to be anywhere near that ball down there. That's what I don't understand. Who's the special teams coach?
Coach Brown, I believe. But you know what? I blame Coach Fulford. It's all his fault.
I don't think he heard you. He didn't look. First and 10 Raiders.
So hand off to Travis there. He'll be stopped up around the line of scrimmage. Nothing going there for the Raiders on that carry.
Clock ticking. 10:50, 10:49. Need a couple first downs if we do have to punt. Take some more time off that clock. Maybe not going to really flip the field here. If we punt from this situation, they may actually get better field position than they had before they punted.
Letting the clock roll down. We're under 10 seconds on the play clock. Scotland's going to throw one over the middle there. That's Scooter Johnson in stride. He breaks the tackle. He gets up the sideline there to around the Bacon 30.
He runs 40 yards across the field there, but gets the first down. Going to move the chains for the Raiders. I tell you what, he's a tight end. That's probably only maybe his third or fourth catch of the season. We got Scooter. He's a senior, but we got another guy, number 17, another Cawthron kid that I think is going to be a standout over the next 2 years if we can start to utilize him. Does a pretty good job blocking, but I think he's a good hands guy. He's shown it a few times that we've thrown it to him. big. He's got a frame that he can grow into. He could be massive before it's over with.
There's a handoff. I believe that's Jamon coming down here near side, and he's got some speed.
Yeah,
he almost broke away right there, but he'll end up with about a gain of 18 on the play.
Folks, you go back and rewatch that. you saw what we're going to see over the next 3 years. That kid, he's got some speed. He's not very big, but he was a breath away from taking that to the house, and I'm telling you. Another first down for the Raiders, 9:36. Cawthorn back in the game.
Scotland hands off to Travis. We'll try the left side, breaks the tackle. Let's see some of that speed there. That's going to be a gain of about 17 for Travis.
I tell you what, we're seeing some footwork from Travis tonight as he navigated getting to that second level, and then he put it in high gear for about 6 yards, and they were able to bring him down. Another first down. That's 3 in a row for the Red Raiders.
It's one of those drives where you just finish the game right here, seemingly.
Yeah, I think one more score does it. And if we can take 3 or 4 more minutes off the clock doing it, fine. But if we score right here, that's good too.
Travis there off the left side. He's got enough for a first down.
They call holding. Well, it looked pretty good from up here. I know Fulford loved it. He liked it. Coaches up here thought it was a pretty good deal there, but it's going to come back. It's going to be 1st and 20 for the Raiders. 8:55 on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's offsetting penalties.
Wow. Okay.
I believe they called Brantley for a face mask there.
Well, that's not offsetting. It should be 5 yards in our favor.
Wow.
I never understood how a 10-yard would offset with a 15. They can't do some math there.
Well, you know what? Maybe Monday morning you should file a complaint with the GHSA office.
That's all the way up. That's in the big leagues too. In the show, NFL.
Scotland will get the snap, hand off to Jamon. He'll try the right side, cut it back in the middle. He's gonna be near a first down. He might have the first down.
Yeah. Move those chains. Move those chains. It's gonna be 1st and 10 again for the Raiders with 8:40 on the clock.
Let's go.
Scotland will get the snap there. That's back to Jamon. He makes a cut. He's down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 9, I believe.
This is the future right here. Part of the future of the Red Raiders. That young man gaining some confidence, and Coach Williams talked about it on the show. That's what it's about, is these younger guys getting some confidence running the ball, particularly realizing that they can compete. It's a big jump from middle school to varsity level football, especially in our region, right, Coach?
Absolutely. It's a false start on the Raiders.
$7:57 on the clock.
Not much going there for the Raiders on that play.
Yeah. Obviously we'd like to pad this score with another 6 or 7 points, but I like to see that clock keep running.
Yeah, me too.
I can see the car from here. 47 degrees. I said earlier, by the time we got the game was over and we packed up, temperature was going to be around 43.
There's a handoff to Jamon. Makes the guy miss. Good footwork. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown.
What a cut. What a cut.
Yes, sir.
Again, there's the future. What a cut and run. Didn't stop. Poor tackle there somewhere. Somebody had a chance, but he just busted through it. Makes it 33-15. That's probably, you think that should be the dagger. Defense comes out and makes a few plays. 6:56, 33-15. All these points that we score, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, whatever. Oh, we got it through. Hits the upright and falls just over the crossbar, but we'll take it. It's going to be 34-15, but these points count, right, Coach, in the power rankings?
I'm not sure about football, but I know in baseball they don't care about how many runs you score.
I'm almost positive it counts in football. How many your opponent scores, and then obviously.
I'll tell you what counts: wins and losses. How about that one?
That's for sure. That's for sure. We're hoping to come away here with a double W. It's going to put us 5-5 on the season if we can pull this thing out or maintain this lead. I won't say pull it out, but we're going to move into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum, irregardless of the team we're matched up against. Again, I sometimes I may be the eternal optimist. I see a lot of potential on this team. We've missed a few plays offensively and defensively throughout this season. As tough as our schedule has been in region play and non-region, you know, we faced a Clinch County team who's still undefeated, and they're going to compete for a state championship in their Division II, Single A. And we played them hard for 2.5, 3 quarters. And again, we're right there, just trying to put a few things together to make a little special run in the playoffs.
Isaiah drives that one down inside the 5. Good leg there from Isaiah.
That looked more like Isaiah's leg there. I don't know if he's just not showing a lot of – this didn't look like his leg on a couple of those extra point kicks, but – .650 on the clock. Lady Raiders softball, I don't know if you kept up with it. You could watch it on the NFHS network. You know, ever since the NFHS and the GHSA kind of took over the broadcasting about, I think this is maybe their 4th year doing it. We haven't been. We were one of the first, maybe the first school to go and broadcast live that Elite 8 championship series there in Columbus. They won't allow us to go and do that anymore since they're there. But nonetheless, Lady Raiders were defeated yesterday by Armucci. They played again today against Thomasville, who we took 2 out of 3 from in the regular season. But we lost to them this afternoon 2-0, shut out by the Bulldogs, and that ended this really, really good season for the Lady Raiders. And the consolidation of that is we're losing 2 seniors, the catcher specifically, in that key position there, sort of the field general, but we get everybody back. So that's important there for Coach Gardner and her staff.
Quarterback gets a snap. It's going to roll up there top side, sling one off the ground there into the receiver's hands. That pass will be incomplete.
I don't know. That umpire's running up there calling it a catch.
I am positive from this angle that ball hit the ground about a yard in front of that receiver.
Now, Coach, we are approximately 75 yards if you do the math and the angles and stuff from this, and you're saying that umpire was 10 yards away and he didn't get it right.
Absolutely.
All right, 1st and 10. It's 6:06 as that clock continues to run. 34-15, your Raiders lead.
Pass out here near side. That'll be incomplete. Or I don't know, that ball bounced off the ground into the bench over there. That might be ruled a catch based on the previous play.
Oh, come on now.
Regardless, second down upcoming here for the Herons.
Fourth quarter, about midway through, it's 31-14. Appling County over Pierce, 31-15. Let's see. Not that this matters. You will know this before you watch this broadcast. Ware County 42-0 over Wayne.
Quarterback's going to roll up top side. Felt some pressure there, and he'll just loft one out of bounds.
Thomas County Central leads Coffee County 34-17. I'm actually surprised Coffee scored that many points thus far, 34-17. I've got a good friend of mine, a former college roommate on that staff down there. He's the 8th grade coaches the 8th grade team down there. He was telling me this afternoon, Coach, he had 60 players on his 8th grade team. You know, that's the program they got running over there at TCC, where they're a 4A school, 5A school. But he said they got a really good varsity football squad this year. They won a state championship a couple years ago with a really good team. And he says, if nothing else, their defense is even better than it was then. So they're confident they're going to make a deep run. Well, they believe they're going to win a state championship. 5:35 on the clock as it's going to be 4th and 10 this deep in their territory. Looks like they're going to punt it back to the Raiders.
They will punt it, be a low line drive, fielded by Santee and a crowd there.
Yeah. Raiders are going to take over. On about the 43-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 5:28. Coach, we just get a few first downs here. This game's going to be over. You know, hopefully we will do that and run this clock on out, you know, because we're definitely going to be shutting this thing down pretty quick. It's going to take a few minutes to get everything put up and packed away. We're going to get to the car in some heat as quickly as possible.
Skyline will get the snap. He's looking to throw, and Isaiah is wide open. Breaks one tackle from number 3. That's going to be a touchdown for Isaiah. So much for bleeding the clock out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was wide open there. I mean, and you talking about another great kid. I see this kid every morning. He comes into my classroom during it's my planning class, but Mr. Jimmy Scott teaches animal science in there. But just another pleasant kid, very smart, level-headed, and our kicker and a wide receiver. That's what we're capable of doing is that throw and catch. And that's one of the hardest throws to make is when your dude is wide open and you hit him in stride. That was another great throw there by Hennessy.
Yeah, good run after catch there by Isaiah.
There's the kick we're used to seeing. A little bit more force there. It's going to be 41-15. Your Raiders really stretch it out there. This is more like the score I would hope for, maybe would have predicted. Coming over here and just, you know, taking care of business. You know, you got a team that struggled most of the year for whatever reasons overall. You know, we talked about it being a trap game for the Raiders, coming over here and taking them too lightly, but we've been pretty much all business tonight. Would you agree, Coach?
Yeah, it's looked good. We've handled our business on offense. Definitely seen some hot flashes out there. The defense in this second half made some adjustments. Clearly, they figured something out. Played better against the run here in the second half, and the scoreboard indicates that.
5-12. Raiders are going to kick.
Shorter kick there by Isaiah as Brantley's going to return it out to their own 44.
Mason Kickline will return the kick for the Herons across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
5 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the ball game.
Coach is huddling our team up over there, probably reminding them of where we're at. You know, what's going on, what's up here, what's at stake. Keep your head. I'm guessing, yep, Raiders called a timeout there. And just, yeah, I like this, taking this opportunity here with 5:07 to go because we do have more to play for. We're anticipating, hopefully it may be a decent draw. We're a team coming out of I believe the toughest region in the state of Georgia in our Division I, Single A, top to bottom. I know Fitzgerald, started off a little slow. And matter of fact, I'm going to check that score here in just a second to see what Fitzgerald is doing with Jeff Davis. But again, overall, and you got teams like Jeff Davis that is and by the way, Fitzgerald is winning 35-21. But we got, at one time there was 4 teams in the top 12 on Max Prep.
Well, it's kind of like an SEC schedule, and some of those teams in our region, they've got losses because they've had to play our region. Our region beats up on each other. So in the playoffs, it won't be surprising if you see teams from our region make deep runs and upset higher seeds just because some of our teams will be seeded lower because of, taking losses in our region. So that handoff there is the number 1, I believe. That was
Well, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
The boy's feet just come out from under him. It just is what it is.
he got hit with the tombstone
pile
driver right there.
I mean, I'm glad our guy didn't slam him down. He had an opportunity to make it look a lot worse than it was. I know the fans didn't like the guy's legs being off the ground like that, but it was just one of those plays. .424. That 12th man is the clock for the Raiders.
That's a handoff there. That's Cam Merritt wrapping him up. Darren Moore coming in to finish it off. They stood him up. Clock continues to tick down.
341, 340. And Brantley's content with the clock to run, too. They're not in a big hurry, not calling timeouts.
Quarterback gets flushed up there, top side. Jalen Marion's trying to track him down. That ball
is picked off.
Yes, it is. And I believe, seeing from here, I believe that's DJ Peterson, number 9, maybe.
Is he a freshman?
Yes, he is.
What? Good-looking kid.
Good job high pointing that ball.
Kind of caught it over the receiver. Made a great play. You saw there that's the youth of our coaching staff really kind of getting excited there, celebrating with the boys. 3:25 on the clock. Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
Scotland hands off to Travis. He'll get wrapped up, though, for about a 5-yard loss on the play. Brantley really had a lot of penetration into the backfield there.
Yeah, that's the first time we've really seen that all night. We just got caught on our heels there on that left side. They just kind of come through untouched. And probably the biggest loss of the night for the Raiders. It's going to be 2nd and 14, 2:54.
Scotland's looking to throw the ball here. See, evades some pressure, throws one deep down the field. That pass is caught. Looked like he was just throwing up a prayer there, but Isaiah, his man, just lost him out there, got some space, and made the catch.
Hennessy's pushing 250 tonight.
There's a flag on the play back around where the pass was thrown.
There a late hit there. I wasn't after he released it. I was watching the ball. Yeah, it's on them. It's a 15-yarder. It's going to be 2:28. You know, I don't know. We're going to see what Coach does here. We're going to run the ball a few more times. Do we put it in the air here, Coach? What's your feelings on running up the score with your number ones?
Just run the clock out and get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. You know.
We're looking to pass.
Oh boy, we're looking to score again, Coach.
He's going to throw one down. That ball's kind of wobbling. That will be incomplete. And you know, maybe this is making me think maybe we are playing for the points. Maybe those points we score do matter.
That's. I hope that's the only reason. You know, I don't. You got a team. Again, we're up plenty. 2 minutes. I'm just glad the ball wasn't intercepted, because I know every fan down here below us would have been saying that's what you deserve for trying to run the score up. But
we did have Isaiah open, but we just couldn't get enough on the throw.
Yeah, I think he threw it a little late. There we go. Now, if you run the ball in the end zone like number one can do right here, there's a hold.
And he will, but we'll see if it comes back. Yep, that's a hold against Bacon County. So that touchdown will not count.
Running it in is one thing. They got to stop you. But I do believe, I don't know, Coach Thompson, he can't hear me because we're not live. But I believe there is a score factor. In football. 154. I think we're going to get a time. I want to. Maybe not. I want to also, again, continue to thank our sponsors. I know you've seen some commercials tonight. Burt CPA, Mr. Larry Taylor, specifically. Lisa Coley at Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. Doctors Hutto and Day, Family Vision Care. And then Daniel Johnson at Bennett and Johnson Insurance there in the Alma office, being a part of our broadcast. Minute and 12. Clock continues to run. It's 3rd and 16. 23 on the clock. I can run this thing down.
It's number 35, Demetrius Iverson, with a carry here.
Really proud of our boys tonight, playing disciplined football. Both teams overall, I didn't know what to expect necessarily. I anticipated the worst coming over here, not just here, but wherever. Pretty much all business. All right, we run the ball, 4th and 7. They're going to stop the clock. They're going to be a turnover on downs here with 18.9. We're going to wrap this thing up quick here. You got to think the clock's going to run out fairly quick here in just a minute. Coach, again, I'm pretty satisfied with tonight overall, even the play calls, the effort from our young men. Again, I mentioned playing pretty disciplined football, all business, and taking care of business. 41-15, made a few adjustments at second half, able to stop the run and then score a couple times, which is what we hoped we would do to kind of stretch it out, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I thought the pass game looked good. We broke off with a couple good runs. Our defense came out, played pretty good here in the second half after giving us some big runs there in the second quarter. And we come over here, and ultimately we take care of business, and that's what we came here to do. And we'll wait to see our fate as to who will be playing in the playoffs in 2 weeks and then be ready to get after it.
Couple plays here.
Brantley will throw a pass. That'll be DJ Peterson and Zai out there making one more tackle to finish this game off. And that will officially run the clock out.
Well, they stopped it.
Or, no.
I don't know if – yeah, there it goes. That's going to end it. We're going to end it too. Again, we thank you for joining us on this on-demand broadcast. We were unable to broadcast live, but you can hopefully you enjoyed the rebroadcast or the on-demand video. But we're going to end it here. Nate Hunt are going to wrap up the regular season. We're looking forward to 2 weeks from now, headed somewhere. We don't know where. We should know by Sunday night. But, yeah, that's all we got for you here from Nate Hunt of Georgia over at Brantley County High School. As you want to wish the Red Raiders good luck as we head into the playoffs. I want to thank our coaches and staff for a good regular season, and then everything starts over in a couple weeks, and everything starts fresh, and we look forward to that. So on behalf of myself, my crew, head ball coach Scott Keck, I want to thank you for joining us, and good night and God bless.